Hey guys, welcome back to Let It Roll. Today I want to give a quick shout out to a friend of mine, Brian from Hawaii Crap Shooters. If you guys haven't seen his channel, make sure to go check it out. He does a lot of good stuff on his channel. I will leave a link to his channel in the description below, but let's get started. So today I'm going to show you guys a strategy that's called Level Up. It was sent to me by a subscriber named Ray, so let's take a look. Okay guys, let's take a look at this strategy. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about it first of all. The strategy consists of inside numbers only. Now these are the four most common numbers. The 7 actually has 6 ways to roll. The 6 and the 8 have 5 ways to roll. And then the 5 and the 9 have 4 ways to roll. So we're going to concentrate on the inside for this strategy. So what we're going to do is we want to actually be able to level up after each press and collect. So it's going to start, let's say the minimum you can start with is 66 inside. Okay, so we're going to start with 66 inside. So this would be like at a $15 table. You could play this at a $5 table also. But what you're going to need is at least enough money to be able to press after each hit. Okay, so this is going to be a press and collect strategy. But we're going to press in what Ray calls levels. All right, so we're starting with 66 inside. So let me explain this to you. First of all, this strategy is going to be considered, in my opinion, a high-risk strategy because it's going to need a decent amount of rolls to start actually winning, okay? So this is going to be for a hot shooter, but this one will make you some money. So let's take a look at how it works. All right, let's say the come out roll is a 4, okay? The puck is on the 4. So let's say the shooter rolls a 5. You're going to get paid $21. And remember, I said this is going to be a collect and press or press and collect. I'm sure you could decide how you want to do it first of all. If it was me, you guys know me, I'm kind of more of a safe player. I like to play strategies a little bit safer instead of real aggressive. So you could press and collect, or you can collect and press. Let's collect this first one, okay? So the first one's a collect. Like I said, if you want to press it, you can. All right, now I'm just going to set all this stuff. I think you can see it. I'm going to put my stuff over here. This has nothing to do with the layout. It's just to show you where we're at money-wise, okay? So that first one, I collected. Okay, so let's say that we throw an 8, okay? 8's going to get paid $21. All right, now this one we're going to collect. This is the only time you're going to have to take a little bit of money out of your bankroll to press up. Is just on this very first level. All right, so you're going to throw $1, and now this was the press. Okay, so here's the press part of this strategy, because remember, we're going to either press, collect, press, collect, press, collect, press, collect in that pattern the whole time, or you could start out with collect, press, collect, press, collect, press, that pattern. I personally started with collect first. Now the second one was a press. All right, so now the third hit is going to be what, guys? A collect. So let's say we throw a 9. Now you're going to get paid $28. Okay, so you're going to collect that. All right. Let's just take a quick look at where we are right now, though. Okay, so we threw a 4. That's roll number 1. Then we threw a 5, roll number 2. Then we threw an 8, which is roll number 3, which is our collect. Let's see where we stand. Okay, after 3 rolls, we've got 25, 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, $49 after 3 hits. You got to remember, the thing about this strategy is you could see a ton of rolls like 10s, 4s, 3, 12, 11, you know, stuff that isn't going to pay you. So I'm just showing you right now, after 3 hits, we have $49 and we started with 66. So right now, if Big Red was to come, we're still going to go backwards on this strategy. We'll be in the hole $17. We'll lose $17 if Big Red comes right now. So I'm just kind of giving you an idea of when you can start seeing some profit from this strategy. All right, so that was roll number 3. Let's see, how can we do this? All right, so let's just say I'm gonna mark it with this. So let's say roll number 4 comes. Okay, roll number 4 is, let's say we throw a 6. We'll do this. Okay, so roll number 4 is a 6. We get paid the $28 again. Now remember, we're pressing just in one level, so you're still going to collect a little bit more 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, I'm out of ones on this side, so I'm just going to use it from my bankroll, which doesn't even matter. Okay, so we get paid $28. We need to press one level of it. So if you look here, okay, we keep $6 from that. All right, and that was on the fourth hit. Remember, this is hits, not rolls, because you could roll 11s, 12s, or whatever. So on the fourth hit, we've got 25, 35, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 55. Okay, so on the fifth hit, we're still down. If we throw big red, we're still going to lose $11. So it's going to take 6 hits because next one is a collect. So, okay, now we got 110 inside. So on the next one, we collect it. Let's say we threw the 9. Now we're collecting $35. That was hit number 5. Okay, hit number 5 we collect. So now we're in the profit because if you look, we got 50, 60, 65, 66. Okay, so this is our initial investment. So right now, if we throw big red on the 6th roll, we're going to collect 24 profit. So it's going to take 6 hits in order to profit on this strategy, which in my opinion is really, really tough to do consistently. It's not that it can't happen, but it's really tough to do consistently. But anyways, that's the way this strategy works. So I'm not going to continue on with all of the different levels and showing you because you see exactly how it plays out right here. But what I do want to do is show some adjustments we can make to this strategy. There again, when I show you the adjustments, it has nothing to do with Ray's strategy. The strategy he is telling me to show is this right here. But I also like to give you guys a little bit more meat in the video, something that you can ponder on, things you can think about, and also things for me, because in my opinion, every strategy I do, there's things I like about certain strategies, and then there's things I don't like about certain strategies. So that's what I like to do is say, how can I take this base starting point? Because for those of you that have been watching me for a while, I always show strategies and I call them base starting points because nobody in their right mind is going to stay doing this strategy here if you're getting 7 outs after 3 or 4 rolls because you're never going to profit. You're going to have to make some adjustments. And that does not mean that this is a bad strategy. That just, you guys need to understand, especially if you're new to craps, that it just depends on how the dice rolls. All right, so you could lay your money only on hard ways. I had a friend, matter of fact, that went to Vegas, only played craps one time for the time he was there because he was only there for the weekend, wasn't even there on a gambling trip. But he did go to the craps tables. He took $100. He didn't even touch any bet other than the hard ways, and he left up, I think he said over $400. And that's all he played was hard ways. Okay, now that's one of the worst bets on the table. People will tell you that. Okay, but the thing everybody out there needs to realize is it doesn't matter how you lay your money out. If the dice don't roll the way you have your money laid out, you're going to lose. So my point being is that this strategy is a good strategy when you're hitting constant inside numbers and no early 7s. This strategy, like any strategy, is a bad strategy if you're throwing a lot of outside numbers, filled numbers, and throwing 7s within 4 or 5 rolls, you're going to go backwards. So that's my point and why I like to show adjustments to every strategy, because I call it a base starting point. All right, so let's look at some adjustments we can do. All right, first thing, let's just put all this back. All right, so you guys that have watched me long enough understand how I like to play my strategies. I like to go ahead and take more of a risk for the first 2 or 3 rolls and guarantee myself a collection before I regress. All right, so I will definitely lose a lot more money than most people will that play either only play inside or only play 6 and 8 or only play a couple numbers, play the 3-point molly or whatever, 3 numbers. I personally like to cover every number for 2 to 3 rolls and try to get on casino money. So let's look at this adjustment. Okay, for those of you that have a bankroll, first of all, that can afford a big bankroll or a bigger bankroll, I can make an adjustment, or I can offer an adjustment to start at 160. Okay, so if we start at 160, now remember, this is just an adjustment to his strategy. That way we could try and get on casino money quicker. If we start at 160 and we do, now this is how I normally like to play. I like to cover every number. Okay, this is one adjustment you can do, and we're going to work our way into his strategy. All right, so let's say that the puck is off, the come out roll is a 5. All right, now let's say we throw a 9. You're going to get paid $35 for the 9. Okay, so you get 35, you lose this $5. All right, so when you replace that, you profited $30 on that one roll. Okay, so let's just set that aside. This isn't in the comes bar. This is just showing you our money that we've got on this hand so far. Okay, if we throw big red, we're going to be screwed. We're going to lose $130. Well, really $135 because you got that extra $5 there because we only have $30 profit. So if we throw big red now, we lose this, we have that, so that counteracts a little bit to where we go backwards 135. But I'm willing to take another roll. Let's take another chance and say that we roll, let's even say we roll the 10. Okay, we lose this. You get paid 50 for one. Okay, because of the VIG, you'd have to pay. So now, if you look over here, we've got $75, $80, and we've got 160 out here. So after 2 rolls, we've got this. Now, let's go ahead and come down to the $66. And now we could start working that strategy. So if you look at it now, you've got your 66 inside. Okay. All right, so if you minus 66 out of this, there's, so 75, what is that? 15, so 14 plus 5. So now you're profiting $9 after 2 rolls, and you're right into the strategy now. So now we have a profit of $9 guaranteed, but we took a lot bigger chance to get to that point. All right, when we were playing that 160 here with $5 here. So we were risking $165 for 2 rolls to get into the profit side quicker. But it took us 2 rolls. Now when we lay out our $66, we actually have $9 profit in our rack. So if Big Red was to throw right now, we still won $9 on this hand. So that's a very aggressive adjustment you can make to just work your way into this particular strategy right here. But at this point now, let's say we throw the 5. Since we're already profiting $9, we're going to get 21 for hitting that 5. So now we can go ahead and throw that to them and start our press right away. So now we right away made a press. So now in reality, if we throw the 7 now, we're only going to win $8 because now we only have $8 profit from our first 2 big rolls. But now we throw the 9. Okay, so we get 28. And this would be our keep. Okay, press, this will be our collect. So now we've got our $8 plus 28. All right, so whatever that is. You guys do the math. So now we throw a 9, okay, and that's going to win $28. Okay, so with that, we're going to press up another level, and then we collect. Press, collect. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. All right. One way you can also do this, I'm thinking, if you're trying to be a little bit less aggressive with it, I'm trying to think of a way I could explain it to be a little bit less aggressive. For those of you that are more like me, you know, my style of play isn't a super aggressive style of play. I'll take a big risk in the beginning and then regress and try and play on their money exactly like the way I just showed you how I would work to raise strategy. But if you wanted to play this a little less aggressive, what you could do too is do a couple collects before you press, or get half of your money back. You could think to yourself, okay, I want to get, you know, half my money back before I start pressing, or I want to get, you know, to a certain level. So let's break it down this way. If you want to be less aggressive with this, instead of collecting and pressing, okay, so here's your first collect. Okay, so let's say the 9 rolled. So you collect the first time. Now let's say the 8 rolled, which is $21. Now his strategy calls for a press right now, but you could just collect it. Okay. So now you've got what, $42? All right. So let's say that a 6 is rolled. You get another 21. All right. And collect this one too. Start with 3 collects before you start the collect and press strategy. All right. If you're kind of like a little bit more like me. So if you look at it here, you've got 20, you've got 40, you've got 60, $63. So now on the next one, you could either collect it or you can press it. But at this point, after 3 hits, right now you've got $63. So on the fourth one, if you throw a 7, you're still going to go backwards $3 because you've only collected 63 and you've got 66 at risk. So you could say, you know what, I'm going to do 4 collects and hope for a long roll. It's going to be a really long roll, but this is a lot safer to where you won't go backwards so fast if they're early 7s. All right, so by doing it this way, by switching up to a strategy like this, being a little less aggressive, at this point here, you won't go backwards in your bankroll very fast, okay? Because you should get a couple hits before a 7. So at this point, you got 20, 40, 60, $84. All right, and now you have 66 at risk. So 40, 60, 65, 66. So if you collect 4 times before you start pressing, you're going to be in the profit $18. All right. So now after 4 hits, if you want to start pressing there, you're going to not go backwards on your bankroll. So there's a couple ways there that you can make those adjustments. All right, guys, those are 2 quick, easy adjustments you can make to this strategy here. Again, thanks Ray for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. I do like portions of this, and I think I might even kind of use this to an extent when I go to Blackhawk. And that's the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is I'll be in Blackhawk, Colorado on the 26th, I believe, of February this month. If you guys want to come hang out around 6 o'clock p.m., for those of you that live in the Denver area, if you want to drive down there and hang out, me and Jeremy from Color Up are going to be there. So about 6 o'clock p.m. at Century Casino, we'll be in the table games area if you guys want to come by and say hi. Again, guys, I want to say thanks to my friend Brian from Hawaii Craps Shooters for sending me this shirt. Really cool shirt. Make sure you guys go check out his channel, and I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.